Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is me, Beauty by J'adore. So today's beautiful look is inspired by the new Juvia's Place Wahala palette. I love this palette. I love it, I love it, I love it. I really love a lot of Juvia's Place items. They are made for us, you guys. They are made for African American women. It is an honor and a blessing to have such a wonderful product created by Juvia's Place. So let me show you some of the colors. We have these beautiful eyeshadows, we have some pigments, and we have some glitters. So I did use some of the eyeshadows and some of the glitters, but it's not recommended that we put the glitters on our eyes because they're scared that the glitter might fall off into our eyes. So yeah, so without further ado, let's get started with the tutorial. But first, do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. See you guys on my next tutorial. I'll start off by moisturizing my lips using the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Glass Slipper. Next, I'm gonna go in using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Mini Eye Primer. So I'm just blending that primer out using a brush, a dome brush that I received from Amazon. I'll have it linked down in the description bar. Time for the fun part. So I'm going to go in using the Juvia's Place, the Wahala palette. And the first shade from the palette that I'll be going into is called Love. I'm just patting that shade Love in using my Miss A Beauty 339 Luxury Concealer brush. I did end up switching brushes. This is a Makeup Academy eyeshadow fluffy brush. The next shade that I'll be going in from the Juvia's Place Wahala palette is the shade Busybody. And I'm just adding this shade Busybody with my Morphe M332 Fluffy Crease Brush. I'm just going back into that shade Love, and I'm just making that blue darker. Just going back in using that Anastasia Beverly Hills Mini Eye Primer, I'm going to create a half cut crease. Just going back in using that dome brush from Amazon to blend out that primer, and gonna go back into that Love just to blend out the ends. Going back into my Juvias Place, the Wahala palette, I'm going to go into the shade Unafraid, and I'm just going to add that to the whole area that I cut the crease. Going back into the Juvias Place, the Wahala palette, I'm going into that shade Woke because the shade Unafraid didn't show up as well as I wanted it to. Just going back into that shade Love to blend everything out seamlessly so that I won't have any harsh lines. Going back into the Wahala palette by Juvias Place, I'm going into the shade Unsilenced. I'm going to just add that on top of my transition colors to blend everything out seamlessly. Going back into the Wahala palette, I'm just going back into Busybody, and I'm just intensifying that color in that transition area. Dipping back into the Wahala palette, now I'm going to just add that shade Envy, and I'm just going to add that on top of the shade Woke. Going back in the Wahala palette into the shade Love, I'm just blending out those harsh lines. Time for a wing. I'm going to go in using the NYX liquid liner in the shade Black to create this beautiful wing. Time for primer. I'm just going in using the Putty primer. Going in using the Derma Blend Professional Cover Cream in the shade Olive Brown. I'm just going to use this to color correct. For foundation, I'm going to go in using my Fashion Fair Fast Finish foundation in the shade Espresso. I'm going to blend that foundation out using my Juvias Place I Am Magic flat top foundation brush. I just love this Juvias Place foundation brush. It just blends everything out seamlessly. For concealer, I'm going to go in using the Maybelline Instant Rewind Eraser in the shade Tan. So I'm just letting that concealer sit for about 2 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to contour using the Maybelline Instant Rewind Eraser in the shade Mahogany. To blend that contour shade out, I'm going to use my Real Techniques concealer brush. To set that contour, I'm going to go in using the Morphe bronzer in the shade Leader that I'm using to set this contour. It's from Miss A and it is the Beauty 330 Urban Studio Pro Contour Brush. To blend that concealer out, I'm going to go in using the Juno microfiber sponge. Going back into the Juvias Place Wahala palette, I'm going to go into 2 shades, Love and Busybody, and I'm going to add those to my lower lash line. I'm going to set my face using the Sephora Collection Micro Smooth Baked Powder Foundation in the shade Mahogany. So now I'm just going to prime my lashes using the DiorShow Volume Plumping Lash Primer. For mascara, I'm going to go in using the YSL Mascara in the shade Black. So now I'm going to just spray my face using the Fairasali Rose Gold Skin Mist. Now I'm just using that Juvias Place I Am Magic foundation brush to just blend everything out. For blush, I'm going to go in using the NARS blush in the color Dolce Vita. It's a dusty rose color. Now I'm just going to go in using the NARS The Multiple in the shade Orgasm. It's a peach pink shimmer, and I'm just going to add that as a mild highlighter. Now I'm going to go on using the Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer in the shade Chocolate. I'm just going to use that to contour my nose. I just went back into that NARS, the multiple in the shade Orgasm, and I'm just adding a bit of that to the highlight of my nose and my Cupid's bow. Time for lips. I'm just going to use this Neutrogena makeup remover to remove the gloss that was on my lips. And then I'm going to go on using the MAC Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Cyber. I'm going to use this just to outline my lips. And for the inner portion of my lips, I'm going to use MAC Cosmetics lipstick in Powder Kiss in the shade A Little Tamed. Eyelashes, they are from Listful Lash Bar and they are in the style Flip. I was having the hardest time applying these eyelashes. I actually think it was the tweezers I was using because they were the slant tweezers and it was just giving me problems. I eventually got them babies on. Now it's time to add the eyelash mascara on those bottom lashes. It is the YSL Mascara in the shade Black. I'm going to use this Morphe highlighter stick in Define Me. I'm just going to add that to my waterline. I'm just going to go on using my Amrezy highlighter by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to add this to my cheeks, to my nose tip, to my Cupid's bow, and right above my eyebrows, just for a brighter highlight. Going back into the Juvias Place Wahala palette, I'm going into that shade Envy, and I'm just going to add that on the inner corner of my eye. I was really feeling this birthday cake look. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. See you on my next tutorial.